Well, hello there, everyone. This is Joe Drums coming to you. I hope everybody out there is doing great. I'm doing awesome. What you're looking at behind me here is my very first drum set. This was made by CB-700 back in the day. This is the 1979 kit. I remember when I got it. It was a Christmas present from my parents, and it was how I first started. This was the drum set that started it all. I still have it. There's been probably a couple of updates since this thing was brand new. One of the things I did was I added a tom mount, and my dad actually had to drill a big hole in the bass drum, which I was kind of freaking out when he first did it. But what happened was the tom holders, the original ones, wore out, and then basically what was happening was the toms were just kind of falling down. It had this kind of metal ball and something similar to like lugs that were digging into the ball. There was no rubber inside of it or anything because that was the technology of the time. And after a while that it just didn't hold anymore and the toms would just flop down. So I bought a new tom mount, and my dad, like I said, drilled a hole in it, and we put that in, and ever since then these things are rock solid. So it actually made the value of the drum set go up, so to speak. Pretty much everything else is original. The heads aren't original. I've changed those out. These cymbals were never here. I actually had Starlight cymbals. If you guys remember those back in the day, Starlight was kind of a really super cheap brand of cymbal. I ended up having one crash and then a pair of hi-hats. Eventually the hi-hats, they were so cheap that when you push down on the pedal, the top cymbal would buckle up. And after a while, I just got tired of them, and my dad ended up getting me some Peisty cymbals. I think it was the 404s, something like that. And ended up using those for a while, and I don't know whatever I did with them. But I put all Zildjians on here. This is just some of my extra cymbals that I threw on here. Later on, I'm going to be starting to teach on this drum set and use this as a student's drum set. So I'll give you let's take a listen to this, and I'll give you a chance to hear what it sounds like. I've tuned the snare drum a little bit higher. I've tuned the toms. Basically, the top tom head and the bottom head are the same pitch. The tom sizes are, well, the snare is 14 by 5 1/4. The toms are 13, 14, and 16. And the bass drums are 22 inch by 16. And like I said, it's been a really workhorse. I've used this drum set many gigs. I've played in Canada with it. I've brought it all over. So again, this is a CB-700. This is the 1979 kit of the day with the blue. Blue is my favorite color, so I opted for the blue color. And I bought it back at Wonderland Music. If you guys are from around here, Detroit area, there was a Wonderland Music store, which I went in there, and of course I saw this drum set, and this was the one that I wanted for Christmas. And I started my first band with this, and I remember the original pedals squeaked too. These are not the original pedals. So those eventually, I think the pedal broke. Either the plate or something on the pedal broke. So I'm just using I had an extra Traps from one of my other drum sets, Traps bass drum pedal, and I've got a Ludwig hi-hat stand here from my the bottom kit. Actually, I was using it from the bottom. So, all right, let's take a listen to this, and we'll hear what it sounds like, and we'll check it out.
Bye.